Here we go again. The container, empty. The girls are about to get hungry. What the? Where's my key? Oh, there it is. Let me just start with the girls are not gonna go hungry. We will get hay. It's actually being put together right now. We've got a whole story behind it. Let me feed the pigs first and then I'll explain. Come on, doggies, let's go. All right, with all that mixed up, go feed the pigs, and we'll continue to talk about the hay situation, hay problem, hay shortage, whatever we want to call it this time around. I don't know if you're following our pig story, but this should be the last 250 pounds of feed we have to make. It's getting close to that time. You don't eat that. Don't eat that. They're going through so much, I gotta get another one. Piper, stay out of there. Happy pig. Happy pig. It's like 60 pounds of food I just gave him. Crazy. All right, let's go talk hay. I'll show you how much hay we don't have. So you already saw the inside of the shipping container, which could hold, which should hold about 350 bales. I have a video on that, I think on our other channel somewhere, all about the shipping container hay storage. I'll try to link it up here if I can find it. If not, head over to that other channel. We'll put the link in the description below. But down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bales. Up there, maybe 6 total. Those are super old. I don't want to feed those if I don't have to. So only 6 bales of hay in there. We could store about 200, let's say, ballpark in that barn, and still allow the goats all the room they have. So 200 bales of hay in there, 350 in the storage container. That's 550 bales there. And then around this side back here, where the boys are, we have the little red barn where the original goats, when we first started, used to live. And we can probably pack about 100 in here. See, if we fill this completely all the way to the top, even shove some up there with the bikes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 alone on that shelf right there, and say another 7 underneath it. And then, so say 14 and 10, so 25 in that row, and then we can go, and that takes up 3 sections, so 25, 50, 75, 100, and if we come all the way out here, yeah, probably even 110 in there, but let's just say 100. So we're at 100 in there, 200 in there, so that's 300, plus 350 in the shipping container. That's 650, and then we can easily fit 50, if not another 100, over in House of Pie. It's super windy out here, which is way over that way. So that's about how much we expect to use in a year. It's about what we go through, roughly 700 to 800 bales of hay a year. And right now, this is 2021. We are having a really bad hay shortage. So what's happening, I'm gonna go sit somewhere and talk because this tripod is super heavy. But I hope I can find some. We're gonna go in the hay storage, into the shipping container. There's definitely no wind in there. Hopefully that'll work. We'll talk in there. It's kind of eerie looking at it super empty. Hopefully that echo's not too bad. So 700 bales, and it's super hard to find hay right now. It's September 9th or 10th that I'm recording this, and hay is super hard to find because, hi Stella, we've had 9 inches of rain in the first like 8 days. Okay, sorry, she got a little scab on her ear. That's from her and Piper playing too much. 9 inches of rain pretty much in the first 9 days of the month, which is basically making all the fields where the hay is super muddy, and they can't get the equipment in there to get the hay out, which makes it very hard. Yeah, you gotta fix that little scab in your ear. Very hard to find hay right now. So we have hay on order. We have a local farmer that might get a second cut. We might actually have to possibly be there the day he hays it to help him pull it out of the field, because then there's a labor shortage. You can't find people that work in the fields. And then our other hay supplier that brings us the huge super heavy hay, which is very expensive, it's pushing $11 a bale, which is high, very high. Now we can use this as documentation that in 2021, September, hay was $11 a bale. That's crazy. First cut used to be $4 or $5 a bale. Now we're paying 11. Yeah, they might have it too. That'll be next week's delivery of 400 bales. So we're trying to get a whole year's worth on the property in pretty much in the correct hay time while hay is being cut. And the goal is to possibly lower costs and get it while they're in the field cutting it. They put it on a trailer, and instead of bringing it to their barn and taking it off, and then when I order having to put it back on, going straight from their field to us and skipping that off the trailer, on the trailer, which saves labor, saves fuel, saves time. Hopefully can save me a little money, because I was getting quotes at $12.50. Second cut was pushing 14. It was crazy. So the local guy's second cut's good price. We gotta help him unload it straight out of the field and into here. Second cut's gotta go in first. And then after second cut, that first cut will show up, and that'll come in here to block the second cut in, because now that the girls are not being milked anymore and it's September, we go all first cut from now until those babies come out. All that first cut 400 bales should make us from now all the way to March-ish. And first cut's usually easier to find than second. So from there, there's another thing we gotta talk about. Hang on, this echo is driving me crazy. Echo! Piper! Piper, come here! We gotta go find Piper. Let's go find Piper. Stella, where'd Piper go? Come on, Piper! Where are you? Oh, I see her. I see her. She's coming. She's here somewhere. She's on her way. Piper, come on. I see you. All right, here she comes. Here she comes. Look at her. We found her. We found Piper. Hi, Piper. All right. So where was I at? We got all that hay coming. It's super expensive, but that's not the point of the story here. The point is, what are we going to feed the girls? I think that's what I labeled it. There's really no other option other than hay. So we have to find it. We're finding it. It's coming in. I've even reached out to a couple friends that live out of state to try to set up possible arrangements for next year to pre-buy or put a deposit down this year for next year. 2 deliveries instead of trying to do it all at one time of the year. Maybe a, let's see, they can cut first cut. The problem is I can't have the first cut delivered to block the second, so it's a balance. So, but I'm working on some options there. We've always toyed around with it and joked about it, about putting a building down back there that can hold all 600-700 bales in one shot right in there. We don't know. It's not really necessary because we do have the room, but it would definitely help. It would make life easier. I hear a helicopter. Oh, there it is, way over there. So the other thing is, we did talk to the big hay people, and they actually offered a possibility for me to go work for them during hay season to offset the hay bill. Now, we don't know if that's a good move, because what are you going to pay? And really, all I want is hay, so can we barter it for hay? But how many hours am I going to have to spend in the field on their tractors haying to cover our hay bill? We're checking it out. We're talking to them. We're going to see if we can barter some of that, my time on their tractors, to barter for hay. So that'll be kind of interesting if we can pull that off. But there's so many other things that I do around here, like editing videos, that it's complicated to find somebody else to do that. And if I'm spending hours and hours and hours in the field during the summer when we do goat snuggles, it might not line up. So it's a theory, it's an option, it's on the table. We're talking to them now, and Aaron might become a hay farmer for somebody else. So that's my story, really more for the local village, for you guys that follow us, know what's going on around here. It's hay time, the barns are empty, the hay is on the way, and the girls will be perfectly fine, fat and happy, just the way you guys like them. I gotta go. I just fed the pigs. We cleaned out all the hay. We're pretty much ready for the next hay delivery. What's next? What was I gonna, I do have to paint those on the houses, but that's the peaks, that's not next. I'm rambling, I'm going. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. By the way, I think my math was wrong. I go through way more than 700 bales of hay in a season. I gotta get the dogs inside because I just realized the chickens snuck out when we fed them. Come on, Stella. And we can't let Stella and Piper realize that chickens are out, but I go through more than 700 bales a year. I do. I think I push more than 1,000. Who knows? We'll figure it out. All we know is we need to get hay here. All right, dogs, you gotta go inside so I can go put them chickens away. I don't understand how they got out. How did you guys get out? I don't get it. How'd you get out? Hey, come here. Look what I got. Come here. Hey. Come here. Yep, go get it. You gotta go, you gotta run back in to go get it. You can't run around. You're not gonna be able to get it. Run back in, not out. Oh my gosh. Hey, you're going the wrong way, silly chicken.